Today is my cheap sunglasses day. Actually, I was trying to set myself up in the bathroom a little bit, and I say these sunglasses are cheap because one of these lenses actually fell out. But anyways, today I'm hanging out at one of my favorite places in Edmonton, in the northern parts of this world, and that place is a beautiful cemetery or graveyard, if you want to call him that. I come here quite often. It makes me feel relaxed. You can see behind me there are a lot of graves. There are a few monuments. You can see the Canadian flag. There are some beautiful bunnies. You will see a lot of huge bunnies and hares hopping around. You see some beautiful birds like magpies. So I come here and I hang out, I relax, I write a little bit, I think about life. And so today I was thinking about stress. I was thinking about relaxation, and that took my mind to this incident that happened 2 days ago. I was dropping my car off for an oil change, and while coming back from the oil change, this elderly gentleman was giving me a ride. And I was noticing this gentleman. By the way, this person is quite accomplished. When he was working in his field, he was a well accomplished and high role financial manager. But what really surprised about him, that he was very relaxed, very calm as he was talking to me. And I couldn't keep myself but to ask him this question, which is the very reason why I'm making this video, is why do you feel like, how come you're so relaxed? How come you're so free of stress? And in the first attempt, he didn't give me a straightforward answer. He said, it's quite a vague question. But then I probed him a little bit more. He shared with me a very important insight. He looked at me straight in my eyes and said, you know what? Most people don't control their spending. Most people are living in debt. And I chose not to live my life that way, which is how I am. And this person, if you look at this person, just looking at him, you will start feeling relaxed. So while sharing and discussing this with him, it took me down my memory lane 2 years ago, where I used to be very stressed as well. And a lot of our stress, for that very reason, comes from a lack of control on our finances, or per se having a lot of debt to our name. Consumer debt, not debt which is in the form of investing in properties or investing in business ventures, but debt in the form of consumer debt, things which we have bought, cars, bikes, whatever the case might be. And I got rid of all my debt 2 years ago, and since then I felt so relaxed. Just the thought of always thinking about how would I make the month-end payments, how would I make the yearly payments, just took the life out of me. And if you look in your life or in anybody else's life around you, if they have a lot of financial burden and debt, they would feel the same way. So I started thinking, what can I share with you today that will help you get out of that situation if you do feel stressed about it? So we will share 3 tips which will help you, which has helped me, and which will definitely help you get rid of all the debt in your life. Forget the debt that you have from your house, a mortgage, whatever it's called in North America, but any kind of consumer debt that you've actually put in your name, for instance, school debt, loans, car loans, whatever. So the first thing is, please make a list of all the debts you had, from the smallest debt that might be $10,000 to the biggest debt you have, which might be $60,000 or whatever currency you're working in. So take a piece of paper, make a list of all those debts. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is create your monthly budget. Look at your monthly income that you get from maybe working, your business, or if you have any other investments, and look at your expenses. So look at your inflow of money and look at your outflow of money, and list it very clearly how you spend your money. Now this you should be doing every month, and this should be posted in your bedroom wall. So you look at this figure of expenses every day, in and out, as you walk in your room, as you wake up, as you go to bed. And finally, this is the most important step. You make a relation to the other first 2 we've discussed, is you control yourself. Control your spending. What I did is, when I was getting rid of my debt, by the way, I got rid of $26,000 to $27,000 of debt. That was debt including some credit card payments, some tuition fee payments, my personal loan. I was helping some people. I had taken loans for that. I got rid of all of that in 6 months. So what did I have to do? I sold furniture that I didn't need. I had 2 TVs that I didn't watch. I sold them. I had a lot of accessories that I would never use. And I got rid of each and every one of them, one by one, because my goal was to get rid of my debt. I stopped eating out. A lot of people would invite me at lunch break. Hey, come out, let's have a burger, let's go out, let's do this. No, I'm not eating out. I'm going to eat at home only. I'm going to bring my lunch. I stopped shopping. Basically, I controlled my spending completely. And if you want to get rid of your debt, the first thing is you have to have a control on yourself. And the other thing that can actually augment it is I used to create notes on my phone. So whenever in a month I did go and eat out, whenever I did buy something that I didn't really absolutely need to survive, or whenever I had any kind of spending which was not really necessary for me to survive, I would have to write that spending down in my notes section in my cell phone, or whatever way you prefer, or you can keep a notepad in your pocket if you're old school for some reason. And finally, how it helped me is at the end of the month, you look at all these notes you made. Hey, I spent $400 this month on eating out and doing all this stuff and doing shopping, which was not needed. Now you from there can understand that $400 could be used to pay my debt. So finally, how you integrate all this together, you have your monthly expenses, you have your monthly income, you find the difference and see how much money every month you can pay towards your loans. And you start with your smallest loan. For instance, your smallest loan is $2,000 on your credit card. The first goal is to get rid of that. That will build the momentum and give you the confidence to get rid of bigger debts. You start with small and you start becoming big, big, big with time. That's how I got rid of all my debt. That's how I know a lot of people, other people got rid of their debt by controlling themselves and following a procedure, following some new habits, creating some new habits. Now, if you feel that this video that you've just watched added some value, gave you some tips, gave you some valuable information, please hit the share button below so other people can benefit in your social circles, your family, your friends, your acquaintances, and please hit the like button below as well. Thank you for taking the time out. I hope you're enjoying summer, having a blast as always, enjoying life as we live, while I just hang out and enjoy and relax in this beautiful cemetery.